Madam President, Robert Kennedy once said, "The purpose of life is to contribute in some way to make things better." Around the world and here at home, dedicated American citizens are living by this principle, trying to improve the lives of those in greatest need. Sadly, on April 24th, we lost 3 Americans from my home state of Illinois who were killed at the Cure International Hospital, which focuses on maternity and pediatric care in Afghanistan. Dr. Umanos, John Gabel, and his father, Gary Gabel. Both John Gabel and Dr. Umanos were working to help the Afghan people receive health care. In a country still coping with the legacy of decades of terrible conflict that devastated the medical infrastructure of Afghanistan, they were helping by volunteering to address the real needs of the Afghan people and improving the lives of those that they assisted. This is Dr. Umanos, whose picture here is an indication of this young, dedicated, idealistic man who lost his life. He was dedicated to helping kids. After he finished his residency at the Children's Hospital of Michigan, he could have made some money with his training, but instead, he decided to help those who needed a helping hand. He worked for years at an amazing place that I visited, the Lawndale Christian Health Center in the city of Chicago. It's one of those neighborhood health centers which just makes you feel good about the world, where great professionals like Dr. Umanos give of their time, make very little money, and help the poorest of the poor. He was an important part of that community. They loved him, not only his patients, but his colleagues as well. He worked to help so many in Chicago who otherwise didn't have a chance for quality health care. He followed this calling to Afghanistan, where the needs of people were even greater. He was dedicated to making a difference there by helping the Afghan people, by teaching, and by making certain that the next generation of Afghans had a better life. The breadth and depth of his work is a testimony to his love for and commitment, not only to the people of Afghanistan, but to the needy. What a loss that his life was taken from us. John Gabel was a man who cared for others and made a real difference in the lives of those he touched. He used his skills to run that health clinic in Afghanistan and to help address the glaring needs of health care with the Afghan people. John was working in other ways to help build a better tomorrow for the people of Afghanistan. He used to teach at Kabul University, where he was remembered as a great teacher and a great friend. He used his expertise in computer science not to enrich himself, but to teach others. Perhaps it's not surprising that John was so focused on helping those in need when you consider the example of his parents, Gary and Betty Gabel, who also dedicated their lives to others. Tragically, Gary Gabel, who was visiting his son and his family in Afghanistan, was lost as well in this senseless shooting. Gary Gabel helped his community in and around Arlington Heights, Illinois, an active member of his church. He had a commitment to helping those most innocent and vulnerable members of society, our children, and he worked with church youth groups. He provided a strong model to his community and his family of a man committed to helping others. I'm sure my colleagues join me in expressing our heartfelt condolences to families and loved ones of those lost and injured in this tragic attack, as well as the countless people whom they helped, all of whom join us in mourning their loss. They represent the best of who we are as a people and make this world a better place. Madam President, I ask that the statement I'm about to make be placed in a separate part in the record.